Addressing and alleviating global health is not just a government concern. At the end of the day, no combination of governments are going to be able to put people to work and provide the jobs and the opportunities. That's going to be up to markets and the private sector. So what role does the next president of the United States play in creating the conditions for that?
Jump-starting the efforts in all the areas that I spoke about. That's why if you go to this, we've been talking about this sort of at ground level.
Right.
Let's go to altitude again.
Right.
None of this matters unless the President of the United States is saying and convincing the American people so that the importance of this, so that the political will exists in America and the Congress to support what the President's trying to do. So number one, using the bully pulpit here at home. Number two, making it clear to the world that things have shifted for America. And while George Bush has done some things, particularly in the area of AIDS, he's been abysmal failure in my judgment in all these other areas. But making it clear to the world there's going to be a dramatic shift in American policy and the level of cooperation between America and the rest of the world.
When you talk about these various efforts too, we also need to talk or should talk about the role of NGOs, right? Because they are huge.
They are crucial.
The Gates Foundation.
That's exactly the first one that came to mind.
Have they stepped into this space because government is not doing it?
Well, in a lot of places in the world, the NGOs are the only ones really doing anything. I mean, for example, when a couple of years ago I went to Uganda, which has terrible economic conditions and a huge civil war that's been going on for 20 plus years, and the significant work that's being done there is being done by NGOs. The same thing is largely true in Darfur in Western Sudan. The same thing is true. The list goes on and on. The democracy efforts that are being made, election monitoring, et cetera, much of that is being funded by NGOs.
Do we overemphasize the role of government when there are so many NGOs and are so many private sector initiatives that are out there?
I think every significant NGO and the leader of those NGOs would tell you that what they're doing is largely stopgap. They think they're having a real effect on real people's lives, and that's true, they are. They deserve to be applauded for that. But for us to have a comprehensive, the same reason that I care a great deal about domestic poverty in America. Listen, there are nonprofits in America doing extraordinary work in that area. Charitable groups, faith-based groups. You can't address poverty in a serious way without the government being involved.